Key themes. And quote. Undersea Adventures and Friendship and quote. A story about a starfish who goes on adventures with his friends and learns the importance of friendship and cooperation. Main characters. 1. Star asterisk a curious and brave starfish. He loves new adventures and takes good care of his friends. 2. Blue asterisk a smart octopus who plans well. Star and #39. S best friend. 3. Waterdrop asterisk a mischievous fish. Always making people laugh and the mood maker of the team. 4. Lulu asterisk a gentle seahorse. She cares for and encourages her friends. Plot structure. Introduction. Asterisk in the deep blue sea. Star lived with her friends. One day, Star heard that a legendary treasure was hidden somewhere under the sea and decided to go find it. With her friends. Progress. Asterisk Star and her friends set off on an adventure following Blue and #39's guidance. They pass through coral reef forests, pass through schools of jellyfish, and meet various sea creatures. In the process, they overcome difficulties by utilizing each other and #39's strengths. Turnaround. Asterisk when they finally arrive at the deep sea where the treasure is sleeping. A large shark appears and threatens them. The friends trust each other and work together to defeat the shark. And finally, they arrive at the place where the treasure is. Conclusion. Asterisk when they open the treasure chest, they find a sparkling pearl and a seashell with the message. End quote. Adventures with friends are the greatest treasures. End quote. Lulu and her friends understand this message and realize that the time they spend together is the most precious. They return to their homes and promise to continue their adventures together in the future. Theme and message. This fairy tale emphasizes the importance of cooperation and adventure with friends. It conveys the message to children that time spent together is the true treasure. Ending idea. Asterisk after Lulu and her friends return after finding the treasure, they hold a festival with their underwater friends. At this festival, everyone shares what they like, respects each other in #39's differences, and enjoys themselves. Lulu and his friends become closer to all the creatures living in the sea, and the sea becomes a happier and more harmonious place. Chapter 1. The beginning of the adventure * in the deep blue sea. Lulu always loved to find and explore new things. His 5 arms were always busy moving and exploring his surroundings, and his curious eyes always sparkled. One day, Lulu overheard a story about a legendary treasure hidden somewhere in the sea, and his heart started racing. End quote. Blue, have you heard this story? End quote. Lulu asked his best friend, the octopus Blue. Blue calmly waved his arms and thought. End quote. Well, the story of the treasure is a legend that has been passed down for a long time. However, not many people have tried to find it. The sea is wide and dangerous. End quote. End quote. But we can do it. End quote. Lulu said confidently. End quote. With our team, anything is possible. End quote. Lulu and #39's enthusiasm soon convinced his friends. Blue began to make a plan, and Droplet smiled playfully and promised to make their adventure even more enjoyable. Lulu approached with a soft voice and encouraged the other friends to join the adventure. On the first day of the adventure, the 4 friends set off following the map that Parang had prepared. The map was something Parang had studied and prepared for a long time, and it depicted various terrains and creatures of the ocean. The first destination was the mysterious coral reef forest. This was a place where various creatures lived, and various corals decorated the floor. This place is really beautiful, Lulu exclaimed in admiration. I wish I could stay here a little longer. However, Lulu insisted that they should move forward. The adventure is just beginning. We have time to explore more places. They passionately passed through the coral reef forest and greeted various creatures they met there. Droplet had fun playing with a school of small fish, and Lulu helped a little seahorse that had lost its way. Parang focused on the map so that they would not get lost. They used each other's strengths whenever they encountered difficulties. Parang's plan, Buell's courage, Droplet's sense of humor, and Lulu's warm heart brought them together. They realized that they were indispensable to each other and grew closer through their adventures. In this way, the friends learned to respect each other's differences and cooperate. Their adventure had more meaning than simply finding treasure. Buell and his friends explored the mysterious world of the ocean and gradually realized what true friendship was, although they had no idea what would await them at the end of this adventure. Buell was certain more valuable than any treasure was the time they spent with their friends. They decided to move forward, anticipating the new story that would unfold in the ocean. Chapter 2: The Secret of the Coral Reef Forest. The morning in the deep sea was quiet and peaceful. Buell and his friends, Parang, Droplet, and Lulu, prepared for the start of a new adventure. Watching the sunlight sparkle against the waves, they set out to find the legendary treasure. Following the map Parang prepared, Parang, like an octopus, skillfully used his 8 legs to unfold the map. And quote, the first place we in #39 LL arrive is the coral reef forest it in #39. It's easy to get lost here, but if we follow my plan, we in #39 LL be fine. And quote, Blue said. Droplet replied with a playful smile. And quote, yes, Blue, but getting lost will be fun in its own way. And quote, everyone burst into laughter. Droplet and #39's playful words always eased the team and #39's tension. When they arrived at the coral reef forest, it was filled with rainbow-colored corals. The corals greeted them, dancing in the waves as if they were beckoning them. And quote, wow, it in #39's really beautiful. And quote, Lulu said in admiration. Lulu, who had a gentle personality, was always impressed by the beauty of nature. However, soon they began to get lost in the complexity of the coral reef forest. Blue thought they would be able to get through it easily if they followed the plan. But the coral maze was more complicated than they thought. And quote, it in #39's more difficult than we expected. And quote, Blue said with a slight worry. Star looked around at her friends. And quote, everyone, it in #39's okay, we can do it together. Blue, let in #39's look at the map again. And quote, Star said, encouraging her friends. Buell was always a source of strength for her friends. Blue analyzed the map again. And Droplet and Lulu looked around for clues. And quote, here, this coral looks different from the others. This might be the one that can show us the way. And quote, Lulu said, pointing to what she had found. They followed the coral Lulu had found and finally escaped the forest. The friends were filled with joy at having worked together to solve the problem. And quote, we are truly the best team. And quote, Droplet shouted loudly. This experience reminded them of the power of cooperation. After safely escaping the coral forest, Buell and her friends built a stronger friendship as they looked forward to their next adventure. This chapter shows how cooperation and trust between friends play an important role in solving problems. The coral forest symbolically represents how their cooperation, knowledge, and trust in each other make them stronger. This experience will also help readers realize the importance of working together. Chapter 3: Passing through the coral reef. Star and her friends began their adventure as the morning sun shone on the ocean. Blue unfolded the map she had made with her legs and explained. And quote, our first destination is the coral reef. We have to pass through there to get to the trench. And quote, Droplet excitedly shouted. And quat. Let in #39. S go. Starlet. I in #39. LL be the fastest. And quat. And swam forward. The coral reef was filled with colorful corals and fish. Lulu advised. And quat. The corals are really beautiful. Be careful as you pass. And quat. Starlet took the lead, making sure her friends were following along. The coral reef was as complicated as a maze. But thanks to Bluelet and #39's accurate map, they didn't in #39 T get lost at this moment. Droplet suddenly stopped and looked back. And quat. Hey, look over there. That in #39 a rare blue butterfly fish. And quat. A small blue fish was leisurely swimming where Droplet had pointed. Starlet exclaimed. And quat. Wow, it in #39 really beautiful. There are so many treasures hidden here. And quat. However, when they reached the end of the coral forest, an unexpected danger awaited them. A large sea snake hiding among the corals approached them. Buell quickly grasped the situation and shouted. And quat. Everyone, be careful. There in #39 a sea snake. And quat. Parang quickly came up with a countermeasure. And quat. Buell you distract us. Droplet will circle around the snake to confuse it. And Lulu and I will hide behind the coral and wait for an opportunity. And quat. Their cooperation was perfect. Buell bravely stepped in front of the sea snake. And Droplet quickly moved to distract the snake. Using that gap, Parang and Lulu were able to pass safely behind the coral. Through this incident, Buell and her friends realized once again how important each other in #39's roles were. After safely escaping the coral forest, they stopped for a moment to rest. Lulu smiled, saying, And quat. We are the best team after all. And quat. They gathered their strength and moved forward again. The experience they gained while passing through the coral forest made their friendship even stronger. Parang looked at her friends and thought, no matter what the treasure is, these moments together are the real treasures. Buell and her friends continued their adventures, utilizing each other's strengths. They were not afraid of the bigger challenges ahead, because they had friends they could trust and rely on. And they became more and more convinced that this friendship was the greatest treasure they were looking for. Chapter 4. Challenge of the Deep Trench. Buell and her friends followed the map that Parang had prepared. While passing through the coral reef forest, they encountered various sea creatures and each played their roles well. Droplet energetically led the way in front so that they would not get lost. And Parang checked the direction by looking at the map. Lulu followed quietly behind, taking care of her friends in case of any danger. Finally, they arrived at the deep trench where the legendary treasure was hidden. The trench itself was mysterious, but at the same time, it gave off a dark and scary feeling. As soon as they entered the trench, Buell felt a sense of anxiety rising inside him. However, he believed that he could overcome any difficulty with his friends. So he took the lead with courage. At that moment, a large shadow suddenly appeared over them. It was a predator of the sea, a large shark. The shark approached them with its sharp eyes, threatening them. Star and her friends were momentarily paralyzed by fear. But soon Blue began to calmly plan a strategy. We have to use each other's strengths, Blue said quickly. Waterdrop, you distract the shark. Lulu and I will circle around the shark and confuse it. Star, you avoid the shark and find the location of the treasure. Waterdrop began to use his playful personality to attract the shark's attention. He quickly moved in front of the shark and stole its attention. In the meantime, Blue and Lulu circled around the shark, making it difficult for the shark to chase them. Star took advantage of this gap and headed to the deep part of the trench. The deep trench felt like another world. The seaweed swayed quietly, and the small creatures sparkled, reflecting the light. Star followed Blue's guidance without losing focus. And finally, he found a sparkling treasure chest. Star opened the chest. Inside was a small seashell with a shining pearl. The message on the seashell was, "Adventures with friends are the greatest treasures." At that moment, Buell understood everything. She realized that the true treasure was this adventure with her friends. All of her friends gathered together and looked at the box. They looked at each other's faces and realized once again how precious they were. "We did it!" cried the droplet with joy. And Lulu smiled quietly and hugged her friends. They escaped the sharks and returned to safety. Buell and her friends held a festival with their underwater friends. At this festival, everyone shared what they liked, respected each other's differences, and had a great time. Buell and her friends became closer to all the creatures living in the sea. And the sea became a happier and more harmonious place. This adventure made Buell and her friends realize the importance of friendship and cooperation. With the message that time spent together is the greatest treasure deeply engraved in their hearts. They promised to go on many more adventures together in the future. And that promise shone forever under the sea.